Hi, welcome to New Horizons Lab Camp. My name is Afshin Odabai. I'm from Linear Technology, and I'm here to introduce to you a new family of DC-DC regulators, which we call micro-module regulators. These are complete systems in one substrate and in one package, which includes the DC-DC controller die, the MOSFETs, the inductor, capacitors, and supporting circuitry in one small device. Now let's look at some of the families we are offering on the DC-DC micro-modules. We do have the packages of a 15 by 15 millimeter by 2.8 millimeter height LGA package. This is the top, obviously, and this is the back side. These devices of the family you see on the larger size are higher power applications. They are working up to 28 volt input. They can produce up to 12 amp output. Being a current mode architecture, you can daisy chain them or current share them up to 48 amps, which shortly we're going to introduce to you a demo board of that. We do have devices that work up to down to 2.375 volt on the input, lower power up to 8 amps. We do have single outputs and dual outputs. And our smallest device we offer on the DC-DC micro-module family is the LTM8020, which is 6 1/4 by 6 1/4 millimeter and can produce up to 200 milliamp on the output current. Now that you saw the simple packaging of the DC-DC micro-modules, let's look at the relationship of a micro-module to the other DC-DC solutions. These are basically non-isolated designs. So let's start with the top left corner, linear regulators, the simplest DC-DC converters. No inductors, no complex circuitry, and as a basic design is very simple. For higher power, higher voltage applications, we do have a monolithic switch mode controllers or regulators. As you can tell, it's called monolithic because the switch is inside the die itself. And it does require an inductor, and it does require some understanding of analog design. For higher power applications, higher voltages, we refer to the switch mode controller regulators, which is on top right of your screen. As you can tell, this is more difficult of a design. It does require external MOSFETs in order to better manage the thermal and the higher currents and perhaps higher voltages. We decided to take that switch mode controller regulator design and make it as simple as a linear regulator with the DC-DC micro-modules. The basic idea is to take the DC-DC controller die, the MOSFETs, and inductor, and all the supporting components inside one substrate, and the LTM4600 family and LTM8000 series are basically the simplified version of the switch mode controllers. Please compare the top left corner, the linear regulator design, with this DC-DC regulator on the micro-module design, and you can see the simplicity, although the inside is pretty much complex. As an example to show the simplicity and the performance of the DC-DC micro-modules, we're going to take a look at one example here with the LTM4601, which is a 12 amp device. And as I mentioned, these are current mode operating devices, so you can share multiple of these devices to get higher power. So in this example, we're going to show 4 of the LTM4601 parallel together to produce about 48 amps down to 40 amp on one board. Let's take a look at the thermal performance of the same design. Again, this is a 12 volt input, 1.5 volt out at 48 amps. Here we're showing the thermal image of the 48 amp design with the 4 LTM4601s. Each device, being a current mode operation, can easily balance the output. In other words, if you got a 48 amp design, it's about divided by 4, about 12 amps, 11 amps or so per device. So current balancing is perfect, almost perfect between the devices itself. Room temperature here in the lab is about 23 degrees C. And the highest temperature we're measuring on the device itself, some locations here, we're talking about 82 degrees. 0.3, and the coolest one is about 64.1. Please realize there is no forced airflow here, so the device itself is just sitting on a demo board itself. So if you add some airflow and some heat sinking, you can improve the thermal performance. We do have the details on the website. You can always download the application note and take a look at the more details. Now let's look at the layout for the LTM and DC-DC micro-module family. As I mentioned again, the whole system is built on a substrate in one package. So the layout is very simple. Just download it from the website and you're good to go. There are not much a mistake to make. There's no worrying about the reversed diodes or perhaps MOSFETs being positioned improperly. The whole circuit is in one layout and it can be easily downloaded. If you need more information about the assembly and the other recommended rework guidelines, please look at the application note 100 on the Linear Technology website. One other parameter in deciding a proper DC-DC regulator is the reliability of the device itself. With the LTM and DC-DC micromodule family, Linear Technology has invested a lot of resources and time to make sure we are offering top-of-the-line, best in the industry. As an example, I'm going to talk briefly about some of the tests we do. We do power cycle tests. We have done over 8.5 million device hours. We have done uplife about 847,000. We do board mount temp cycle, and we do high temp baking and thermal shock. Few in the industry do it from -65 degrees C up to 150 degrees C. We have done close to 4 million device hours. All of these results are 0 failures. And the whole summary of the reliability data is available on the website, and we continue to update it every other month. Lastly is the summary of the whole presentation. If you need free demo boards, please contact New Horizons. And you see on the slide that I put the URL and the phone number if you need to contact them. They do have the samples, and as I mentioned, they get demo boards for all these LTM devices. If you need to learn more about the DC-DC micromodule regulator families, please go to the www.linear.com/micromodule, and the whole family and the guidelines and the application notes are available for you. This concludes this presentation of New Horizons LabCam on Linear Technology's DC-DC micromodule family. Thank you for watching.